now more than ever, people are very worried about the new variants, partly because many of them have got an increased transmission rate. And some of them can even make people sicker. So the thing with the new variants is we don't know enough about them, but what we do know is that they can cause havoc. Now, with the vaccines that we have, as we mentioned earlier, they have what are called spike proteins on the outside of the particles that are injected. And then our body creates these infection fighting cells, and they fit very smoothly around the shape of those spike proteins. Now, what can happen with the new variants? And new variants are when the coronavirus alters slightly. So that's called a mutation. So every time it alters slightly, you get a new mutation, like the South African mutation or the Brazilian mutation. So these are the spike proteins that have slightly changed shape. Now, the reason why we hope and believe so far that the vaccines are effective against the mutations are because all of the spike proteins around the particle do not necessarily change. Sometimes just a few of them change, which means you should have enough of your infection fighting antibodies that would quite nicely sit on top of the proteins which correlate in shape. Now, as Brother Abbas mentioned earlier, this is a work in progress. So how effective these vaccines are against mutations is a work in progress, because new mutations sometimes start every few days. So the work needs to be ongoing. But at the moment, what we believe is that these alterations do not completely change the coronavirus. They just change it in certain areas, which means that we are completely hopeful that these vaccines will also protect us against the new variants.